wasn't my country. It wasn't, you know, I didn't know those people, but I knew that, you know, I was probably doing something to keep people safe back home.
The fact that I'm a college student and I've served in the Marines and overseas and in a war kind of, you know, it makes people think.
Some people definitely look at me a little bit differently.
I get, you know, some people are, you know, not scared, but maybe more nervous than say if I was just like a regular college student.
Once they meet me, they realize that they don't really need to treat me any different than any other person.
You know, they kind of stop and think and maybe kind of, you know, look at you in a different way.
It's everything back here that you're fighting for. So you try to keep that in mind as something to motivate you to keep going.
We are all, you know, the same people. You know, it could be anybody. You know, it could have been you. If you know, it could be your son. It could be your father that serves. It could be anybody in your family.
My friend became the chapter president and asked me to go speak for him out in Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania, and that was the first time that I really got involved.
A friend of mine from high school, he started working at Operation Homefront, and he asked a couple times if I would want to volunteer to help out, and I said sure I would.
I was lucky enough to get involved with Operation Homefront through a previous job that I had. I had a chance to get to know one of the board members very intimately and really became passionate about the cause and was lucky enough to have the opportunity to come on board as the chapter president here locally.
One time we did a fundraiser in Chick-fil-A, and it was pretty successful.
I think it's good for people to know that there are like nonprofits out there and other organizations that will help and give assistance beyond what the government provides.
Our group is mainly focused on service members' families while the service members deployed, and when they return from combat within a couple of years. Generally, some of them are active duty, some of them are guardsmen who have just gotten back from deployment or recently gotten back. It focuses on those that were involved in the Iraqi and Afghanistan conflict.
Getting back out of the Marines and back from Iraq, I realized how lucky I am to have like a good support system.
I try to get our chapter involved in events both on the awareness side to let people know that we're there and what our mission is and what we do.
Any kind of program that helps out veterans or active duty service members, I'm all about.
You know, it felt good to help people out. I know that a lot of vets that get back have not been as fortunate as me to, you know, be walking around, talking, living a normal life, so it was good to help them out.
On a day-to-day basis, my job pretty much is everything. I am the secretary, administrative, making sure that regular business is getting done. I also make sure all the cases that we have coming in where they apply for emergency financial assistance, that those are all taken care of.
I think American society is pretty good at taking care of their veterans, honestly, but I do think that it's extremely important for anybody, you know, your age to know that if you go in the military and anything happens to you, you're going to be taken care of. People care. People will help you out.